Welcome back to Trashe Goes to the Movies. Today we're opening the vault once again to go back to 1984 and revisit the classic film, A Nightmare on Elm Street. This movie was written and directed by Wes Craven and produced by Robert Shaye. It is the first installment in the A Nightmare on Elm Street franchise and stars Heather Langenkamp, John Saxon, Ronnie Blakely, Robert Englund, and Johnny Depp in his film debut. This screwball teen comedy / melodrama was a contemporary of movies like Fast Times at Ridgemont High, 16 Candles, and The Breakfast Club. It was a film that also helped mold the zeitgeist of the 1980s.
It's true. It's true. It was.
This movie begins when teen influencer Tina Gray.
Teen influencer?
Right.
What fucking decade was this set in?
Early teen influencer. Tina Gray wakes up from a dream claiming that she was attacked by a man with a bladed glove. She calls her mother in and shows her the slash marks on her nightgown. Tina then goes to an early version of TikTok where she...
It's the phone. It's the fucking phone.
No, she used VHS.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
She used VHS.
Sorry, I'm a little...
Which she would mail these out to people through the mail. And she told about her experience in the dream while she was dancing and lip syncing to Olivia Rodrigo's driver's license.
That's not true.
It's in the movie. I didn't make it up.
Categorically untrue.
The next morning, Tina sees her best friend, Nancy Thompson, and Nancy's boyfriend, Glenn Lance, who was played by Johnny Depp. In true Mean Girl fashion, they laugh at how each of them has trapped the bumbling idiot of the town, Mr. Kruger, in a dream world.
Mr. Kruger?
Yeah, Mr. Kruger. Mr. Kruger, a man with a severely disfigured face from tanning in Florida. They've trapped him in a dream world using an Ojibwe dream catcher that they got from their coke dealer, John Redcorn.
No. No, last time I let it slide, but this time
here's the catch.
The catch. The catch.
Everyone thought that Mr. Kruger was dead. That night, Nancy and Glenn have a sleepover at Tina's house. Tina's boyfriend, Rod Lane, comes over to do sex to her and practice for when he gets a better looking girlfriend. Because he wants to be good at it.
Yeah, I mean...
Tina falls asleep and begins to torment Mr. Kruger. What? She says things like, "Your face looks like my grandma's wrinkled banana tits wrapped over the Six Flags guy." You know, like funny stuff like that. It's a comedy. Mr. Kruger, a true klutz, if there ever was one, trips on a dream banana peel. Tina, who's chasing after him at this point, just ridiculing him, falls on Mr. Kruger's bladed hands, which we'll get to that in a minute.
Brat sister thing. You will never get this. You will never get this.
She's sliced up pretty badly at this point.
And he get it.
Rod wakes up from his post-nut clarity and sees the slash marks. And he hightails it out of there because he thinks he's going to have to hear about her dream for the next 3 or 4 days.
That's actually pretty solid. That's a good analysis on your part. Hey, good dream analysis. Good for you.
Thank you.
Very good. Yeah.
Nancy and Glenn find the corpse of Tina in the bed from the accidental pratfall that she did. And
she had a whoopsie.
Immediately blame Mr. Krueger. Rod runs away, goes home, and wonders now if Mr. Krueger, which he knows about, I guess, she's told him because of the dream thing. He's wondering, wow, did Mr. Krueger have like a Wolverine dick?
I don't think that's what that. I don't think Rod was thinking that.
He thought about it. He was wondering because she had claw marks, Wolverine dick.
But that wouldn't have been with the dick don't go there.
You don't know where the dick go. Weapon sex is what he was thinking of.
Weapon sex.
Wolverine dick. The next day, Nancy's father, Don Thompson, who was a police officer, arrests Rod for the murder of Tina.
Now,
simply because he can't find a black person to pin it on. At school the next day, Nancy falls asleep after shooting propofol that she found in her science teacher's bag. Nancy falls asleep and attempts to torment Mr. Krueger herself. Am I boring you? Is this?
No, I'm sorry, man. I'm just so tired for this week.
Oh. While in the dream world, Nancy decides to brand her gym teacher's initials into her arm using a hot pipe in the dream world, in the boiler room.
The old hot pipe.
But the pain causes her to wake up. And then she wakes up and it just looks like a shitty mark on her arm. So, you know what happens? Her gym teacher, you know what he does? He ends up banging another girl from fourth period instead of her.
It was the 80s. It was fine, folks.
Right. But that's beside the point.
Beside the point.
Nancy decides to visit Rod in jail, where he's laying there for the murder of Tina. She didn't commit. Rod starts talking about how he also was having dreams of Mr. Krueger. And in those dreams, he begs and begs Mr. Krueger to show him his Wolverine dick.
Sounds like
to no avail. Huh?
Sounds like Rod.
That night, Nancy goes home, falls asleep in the bathtub. In her dreams, she attempts to water torture her gym teacher's wife. But sadly, she starts drowning for real, only to be saved by the kindly old Mr. Krueger.
He did that whole Jaws thing in the tub.
Yeah, he pushed her up.
Yeah.
I don't know how to save somebody. She wakes up, comes back to the waking world. Mr. Krueger is left in the dream labyrinth of hell that she and Tina really have created for him. Now, Nancy, upset at her failure to kill her gym teacher's wife in her dream, begins taking a regimen of drugs, including Jesse Spano's exercise pills and Joe Rogan's smelling salts.
The alpha brain.
Nancy's afraid that Mr. Krueger will find his way out of this dream world and go tell her father about the gym teacher, who at this point has already received several warnings from the superintendent's office. She asks Glenn, who's played by a very young Johnny Depp, to wake her up while she's sleeping when the song White Rabbit peaks. Get out of the nightmare, goddamn you. One dream, you poor fool. Nancy, in her dream, appears outside of Rod's jail cell. She looks in, sees Rod staring at the ceiling. Rod's looking up, thinking about all the things that he'll never get to do. He'll never get married. He'll never have children. He'll never find out if he can actually get a Wolverine dick. Mr. Krueger sees Rod sad and alone and tries to console him because he too is in a metaphysical jail of his own. Innocent of all crimes.
A literal metaphysical jail.
That's what I fucking said, dude.
I'm backing you up.
God,
I'm fucking backing you up.
Mr. Krueger hears Nancy laughing at him, turns his attention to her. He tries to catch up to Nancy to ask her how he and Rod can get out of this place. As he's going towards her, he falls out of a window accidentally because he is a true klutz. And it accidentally pushes Nancy. She runs away without even asking him if he's okay. She ends up running to her own house, dream house, not Barbie's dream house. She runs upstairs, and in her dream, she sees that Glenn is sleeping, which she fucking hates.
Yeah, women cannot stand to see a man sleep.
No, if he's sleeping,
she'd rather set you on fucking fire than watch you sleep. You better believe it. It doesn't matter that she slept all fucking night and you did all the stuff and try to make her happy. No. You work third shift and you come in and you're tired as fuck, but she's awake. You got to be awake because that's how this fucking works.
Nancy wakes up after her alarm clock goes off, which she had set before, because she knows that Glenn has a briefcase full of drugs and uppers, downers,
screamers, laughers, a whole galaxy of narcotics.
Rod in the waking world, the real world, is murdered in his cell by the prison guards because they are afraid that he will expose the entire Springfield, Ohio system of the infrastructure of the evil witches that have put him in this prison, this dream prison, and as well as police officer Don Thompson, who is Nancy's father, also complicit in this.
Also, side note, John Saxon, the handsomest ugly guy in the world, or the ugliest handsome guy in the world? There's parts of him that should be handsome, and other parts that just like diametrically set all that off. It's the weirdest thing in the world.
At Rod's funeral, Nancy's parents confront her because she's tarnishing their image. She's being a little bitch, quite frankly. Her mother, Marge, decides to take Nancy to a sleep spa, or a clinic for sleep disorders. While at this clinic, Nancy decides to maliciously torment Mr. Krueger and steal his hat and bring it into the real world.
That's fucked up.
Very fucked up, because they love that hat. They have the hat, right? They look on the inside of the hat, it's written the name of Mr. Krueger, his full name. His name is Freddy. They learn his name is Freddy Krueger. She calls him Fred, but his name's Freddy. No, they call him Freddy, but his name's Fred.
Yeah.
I guess it was like Freddy fuckface, or like, look at old stupid, ugly Freddy or whatever.
Freddy looked like a butthole.
It looks like fucking a goddamn ancient nutsack or something like that.
Pile of baloney left in the sun.
He looks like a Malaysian Mr. Peanut. That's what they said in the movie. Marge decides after this, it's time for a mother-daughter night. So she barricades the house. You know, it's a fun little scene.
Yeah, it's just girls' night.
Girls' night. I always like to have girls' night too, but it's just me.
Yeah.
During mother-daughter night, Marge confesses to Nancy that she actually knows Fred Krueger.
No fucking way.
Fred Krueger was actually their neighbor at one point. He was a neighbor. He always had wacky sweaters, and he gave like one-liners, and he always annoyed the women of the neighborhood with his fucking stupid jokes and his hat, fucking stupid face and everything.
Yeah.
So as a goof, they slipped Freddie some propofol that her friend, who is now Nancy's science teacher, stole from a nursing home. This is back when they were younger.
Yeah, okay.
Again, as a goof, he's like kind of fucked up and passed out. As a goof, some of the neighborhood women and some of the guys decided it would be hilarious if they took a glove and put like blades on it and then glued it to his dick.
Oh my God, that solves everything.
Right? They were going to give him a Wolverine dick. It's hilarious. Problem is, none of them wanted to touch his balls.
Yeah, I can see that.
I don't know what his balls. I can imagine they might have been smooth
like
and normal.
Two heads.
Just normal. This is normal.
Like two of these.
Instead of, since they didn't want to touch his balls, they put it on his hand. Well, he freaks out, runs home. He tries to call the cops, which would have done absolutely no good because half the goddamn force is there at the time
already.
He picks up the phone. He can't really dial. He's like dialing. All they hear is fucking scratching. I think he called China. He's so fucked up on propofol. He's like calling China, and all they hear is scratching. Marge tells Nancy that they also trapped him in a dream.
Okay.
They walked into the house. He's on the phone. They sit him down, and the women start talking about astrology.
That'll do it.
And he immediately went to sleep.
Falls right the fuck out.
They used the same dream catcher that Nancy used. John Redcorn had. Side note, Nancy's mom was banging John Redcorn at the time. So as a goof, another goof, hilarious prank, they decide to burn his house down.
Pretty classic.
Freddie's house is burned to the ground. The feds show up. The federales.
Goddamn feds. They got to stick their nose in everything.
They assume that Freddie's dead at this point. So Nancy's like, oh, that's why this motherfucker's always trying to ask me how to get out of here. And he's like, how do I get out? And I'm like, this ain't a Jordan Peele movie. And then she's like, oh, shit. My mom probably fucked Freddy Krueger. There's a good chance my mom might have banged Freddy. And then she's like, oh, damn. She might have even maybe just jerked him off. But damn. Glenn, who famously had a pile of shit put in his bed once, falls asleep.
Was it dog shit or human shit?
The debate goes on. Mr. Krueger, trying to save him from another pile of shit left in his bed, pulls him away because Glenn's asleep at this point. He realizes now. Mr. Krueger tries to save him. He pulls him through the bed.
Right? That's the way
and he gets cut pretty badly. Oof. Little blood starts spurting up. Now, Glenn loses a lot of blood.
Okay.
He turns very pale, but he lives. He escapes. He decides, fuck this town. I'm leaving. He goes and he moves in with Vincent Price and starts listening to The Cure. Also, side note, very curious about a Wolverine dick. He ends up with a Wolverine with a same kind of glove.
Blade hands.
Both hands.
What kind of blades would you say are on those hands?
Shears.
Can't give an inch, can you?
He changed his name.
I thought it was Edwin Sheeran.
Oh, he was Edwin Sheeran. Edwin Sheeran. Edward Sheeran's.
Ed for short.
Ed Sheeran's?
Ed Sheeran.
Glenn's house is across from Nancy's.
God help me.
Don, top cop of the town, investigates what he believes to be the murder of Glenn because of all the blood.
And one would think that's the case. Yeah. Because of so much of it being on the ceiling.
Well, yeah. But then he remembered that his daughter dated Glenn. And his first initial thought, with the instinct of an experienced officer, which you know nothing about, he thought, Nancy's out of tampons again. I'm sorry. Nancy's out of maxi pads again. It's the 80s. She didn't use them. But upon further inspection, as a seasoned detective would note, he realizes that Glenn was probably at some time turned into a vampire and exploded in UV light like in Blade. Nancy's all fucked up on Benadryl and cough syrup, right? So she sees her dad across the street. She's like, listen, Dad, I've been writing the script and I need you to help me with it. And she's just not making any sense. And he's used to it because he's lived with two women and one, Marge, you know, Marge is fucking everybody in town. Let's just be honest at this point. A lot of drugs going on. But anyway, she says, Dad, I wrote a screenplay about these burglars that break into a house, and I need you to come in and break into the house because I've got it all booby trapped and I want to see if they work. And she's just slurring and crying. She rigs up the house with all these booby traps. And her plan is to go into the dream world, pull Mr. Krueger out, and then have him basically be the test subject for these booby traps in the real world to see if they work. Because in the dream world, she knows she can control it. So she falls asleep. She pulls Mr. Krueger out of the dream. And then
Hey, he's out.
He's out into the real world. Hilariously. And this is a great one. I mean, it's so funny. I can't really do it justice. You have to see the movie. She lights him on fire, like in a super funny way.
Like he was a house.
Like he was his mom did, or her mom did to his house. It's so funny, but like in a funny way, like a fun vibe.
Continuity of humor. I get it.
It was like the way that like Joe Pesci in some other movie did, or like that, like a funny way, like the guy on that Rage album cover did, like the funny kind of way.
Immolation is the most sincerest form of flattery.
They don't. Is that true? Well, then she locks him in the basement like some sort of reverse Ariel Castro. Here's the thing. The police arrive. And guess what? There's no Mr. Krueger in the basement. He's gone. So Don comes over. He's there, police officer. Him and Nancy start thinking about it. Nancy's like, yo, I bet he's up in my mom's room, Marge's room. Because she started thinking about it. She's like, how the fuck did they get into his house all those years ago? She had to have had like a key, probably. My mom was she was fucking Mr. Krueger, right? She goes upstairs and they go into the bedroom. Dude, I know this is a teen comedy, but they are, Mr. Krueger and Marge are in bed. Mr. Krueger, so he's been in jail, dream jail for so long. He just wants it, dude. And he doesn't even remember that he's on fire. And he's up there, I want to say making love, but he's just railing her mom. Just hard in that bed.
That's hot.
Now, Don, who's not even trying to save the day, he's just fucking pissed at this point. Tries to extinguish them like you do with cats that are fucking, right?
Like a little spray ball?
Yeah. But as he extinguishes them, they just disappear. Both Marge and Freddie just disappear.
Big woofa.
And he's like, Don's like, God, if that's all it took.
Should have sprayed it years ago.
Should have done that years ago. I guess urine doesn't work. When they were doing sexes to each other.
I got it.
He was peeing on her and she didn't disappear. They think that they're gone. They're standing there. Just as they think they're gone, Mr. Krueger pops up behind Nancy. Nancy has a breakthrough at this point. She realizes if you take enough Robitussin, that you will hallucinate.
Mm-hmm.
This is a fact that she will pass along to several generations in the future. So as she realizes that she's hallucinating,
Mhm.
Freddy, Mr. Krueger, the kindly old neighbor, disappears. The next morning, Nancy sobers up. She's got a clear head. She steps outside of her house. Her mom's there. She's alive.
Mm-hmm.
Her friends are there. They pick her up. They're in Glenn's convertible. So she gets into Glenn's car.
Mm-hmm.
They drive off. But as they're driving away, Mr. Krueger finally gets to pull one on the kids.
How's that now?
The convertible top pops up.
Mm-hmm.
It is red and green, just like his sweater. The doors lock. Jackass music hits. They drive away. Freddy Krueger wins the day. Not quite over yet, though. Marge is standing there on the porch waving goodbye to the kids. And there's one more score to settle. One more thing that has gone unanswered.
Wolverine dick.
Yes and no. As Marge is standing waving, Mr. Krueger reaches through a hole at the top of the door, like a window, the door, caresses her neck, and gently pulls her inside for what I can imagine is hours and
Tender.
hours and hours of tantric,
Tender lovemaking.
tender lovemaking. Mr. Krueger got the girl,
Mm-hmm.
and he got the last laugh. And he also told Marge that 1-2, Freddy's coming for you.
In no way, shape, or form was that the movie I saw.
You should rewatch it.
Not even fucking close.
You should rewatch it.
I'm gonna very briefly, like inside of 2 minutes, tell you about the movie I saw.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna give you my rating.
Okay.
Movie I saw also had a very attractive young female lead, also a young Johnny Depp. Very, young, whatever. Everybody's tanned. All that shit had to be the 80s, looked like a long time ago. Anyway, Johnny Depp sneaking around. Dude asking him to go and get something out of a cave for him. Bam. He gets this thing out. It's fucking a coffee cup or something. Inside, fucking Freddy Krueger. Rubs the coffee cup. Freddy Krueger says, "Let me give you 3 wishes, Johnny Depp." And Johnny Depp wants to be the king. But there's this other fucking dickhead who's red. He's like a red Fred. He's some kind of stupid wizard. Anyway,
Is this Aladdin? It's Aladdin.
No. It's Time Around Elm Street.
Is Robin Williams in it?
Yeah.
It's a cartoon.
He's funny. It's Freddy Krueger. Funny. Dancing around, doing his bits.
You don't know movies, man.
Mr. Aladdin. Oh, yeah, that was Aladdin. So, what's your rating on Nightmare on Elm Street?
This movie is a classic for a reason. If I had to go back and pinpoint the moment that changed film history, it was the Wolverine dick. I'll give this on a scale of 1 to 5, 4.5 Wolverine dicks. What about you?
Aladdin is 9.1 Army Mans.
What about a Nightmare?
Never seen it.
That's going to about do it for us. We're going to lock that vault up again. And we'll see you next time at the movies.